Welcome back to the channel. We were at Doc's place last week and we were digging some post holes, and I promised you that I would do a video on how to set up the subcompact tractor with a post hole digger. It's a little bit different in how you operate it than you do with a larger tractor, just because of the limitations of the subcompact tractor. Let me show you what we're talking about. Welcome to Tony's Tractor Adventure. We're going to talk about setting this thing up, but first thing I want to talk about is safety. When you're using an auger, you are digging into the ground and there's a lot of hazards. There could be electric lines, there could be water lines, there could be gas lines, there could be your sewer. These are things you have to think about, so know before you dig. Call your local utilities company, make sure that you're safe, or dial 811. Most states have 811 where you can dial, and they'll come out and do a survey for you and check for lines. Be safe and don't hurt yourself or hurt somebody else. It's very important to set up the post hole digger correctly on a subcompact tractor, and the reason is you don't have as much lift capacity on a subcompact tractor as you do a regular tractor, like a utility tractor or even a compact tractor. These things generally are somewhere around 800 to 1,000 pounds lift capacity. The LS MT125 has about 1,000 pounds of lift on the rear. But what happens is you have one of two things happen. This is either an auger or a screw. Well, obviously you want it to be an auger. You want it to aug the dirt out of the ground and not screw into the ground. If you don't have it set up correctly, that's what's going to happen. Let me show you what I'm talking about. With this valve, what we want it to do is not to lower very fast. We want it to take a lot of force to pull the three-point hitch down. And what we're wanting it to do is to pull the dirt out of the hole as it goes down gradually. If you have this back all the way off to the rabbit mode, which makes it go down as fast as it can, what will happen is the post hole digger will, instead of augering its way in, will actually screw itself into the ground. And then with a subcompact tractor, you won't have enough tractor to be able to pull the auger back out. And I did this with another subcompact tractor, and what I ended up having to do is take a big giant pipe wrench and back the auger back out of the ground, basically unscrewing it. Let me show you what I'm talking about. We'll keep this on idle. Now this is pretty loud, I know. Hopefully you can hear this. Now I'm going to set it to the slow level. Show this as a turtle, I believe. It goes down very slow. Takes a lot of pressure to push it down. Now I'll lift it back up and I'll turn it to the rabbit setting, and you can see what happens. It's kind of violent. I'm going to put it back now to the turtle setting. And this is what you want on the turtle setting. You want it to go down slowly. You don't want the auger to be able to screw itself into the ground. You want it to keep pulling material out of the hole as it's digging down. All right, what we're going to do here is we're going to crank the tractor up. And I'll tell you, when you first start out, you don't have to run the tractor at full RPM. You have plenty of horsepower on these subcompacts. As a matter of fact, you have more horsepower than you have tractor. So you'll have plenty of PTO power to use the auger. So run it at a slower RPM until you get comfortable with it. I know we want to see the dirt throw out and throw the dirt away from the hole, and that looks cool and everything. But get comfortable with it before you just go at it full RPM. Well, you can see it did a really good job, and I had the RPMs very low on the tractor. The little MT125 does a great job at pulling this post hole digger if you have it set up correctly. There again, like I said in the past, if you have the RPMs really fast, it can be very violent, And also you want to make sure that your 3-point hitch goes down very slowly, that the auger cannot pull itself or basically screw itself into the ground. This was basically effortless. Well, just that quickly, we put in 3 of these little bushes, and we dug down about 3 foot so that the roots will have plenty of place to grow for years to come. These are the kind of things you can do with an auger. It's not just for post hole digging. You can put in plants. Now, these augers come in different sizes. You have a standard 6-inch for your small post. You have a 9 inches, which what this is. This is kind of like a general purpose auger. And then you have your 12-inch, and then there are even some that like nurseries use, which are like 18 and 20-inch augers. You can get them about as big as you want, but I would say on this type setup, probably 12 inches would be the biggest you'd want to go with. I'd like to take this time to thank you for watching my channel. If you like what I do, give me a thumbs up. Also, please subscribe. It really helps me out. God bless and have a great day.